Let's just have a bit of a jog on the spot. Get all the blood flowing through our muscles. As I was just saying to some of the others there, let's start getting our mind into workout mode. Feel what's going on with your body. When we really connect the mind to the body through this workout, feeling what muscles are working with, emphasizing on some of them. It's not going to be a fast movement today. It's going to be a little bit more strength for workout, full body. But we really want to make sure we're really targeting particular muscles with the exercises we do. So just side to side. Start doing a few little arm pumps. Out. Forward and back. And some side jumps, so you can jump it, step it. Whatever's up to you, whatever you're comfortable with. Nice and light on the toes, squeezing through the shoulder blades. Good. Kicking those feet back, squeezing through the shoulder blades again. And we'll just do a couple of taps on the floor. Start working through the hamstrings and the glutes. All right. We're going to do 30-second works today with each exercise. So 30 seconds on, 10 seconds rest or change over to the next exercise. We're going to do that 4 rounds. It's going to be just over 5 minutes of work in each set. We've got 4 sets. So the first one we're going to do is on the ground. Donkey kickbacks. We're going to get started in about 20 seconds, but I'll just demonstrate it. So hands on shoulders, and then kicking up, knees under hips, and then we'll go into some Superman rows, which I'll demonstrate. We can just follow my lead. We've done them before. Follow my lead in the second workout. Let's take a jumper off. Now I'm starting to get warm. We get started in 10 seconds. With the donkey kickbacks, we're just going to choose one side to work on for this round. Do the other side next round. All right, let's go. So we're going to push up through our shoulder blades, really drawing through our core muscles, and focus on your glute doing the lift. You want to keep it engaged on the way up and on the way back down. You might feel that on the way back down, if it's engaged, your leg might be a little bit shaky. I'm not sure if you can see that mine is at the moment. That's just the muscle activating, getting warmed up. That's actually a good thing if you're feeling that. Good. And laying down, come down in front, become slightly bent if you want. 5 seconds. All right, squeezing through our back and rolling back through our shoulder blades. Nice deep breaths on each one. Try to engage all through back. So the whole way down the spine, through the hamstrings, definitely through the glutes. Making sure you're breathing. Try to have your shoulders and neck as relaxed as you can.
William, shush.
No, I didn't.
It's like Lucy's here. Back up onto your hands. We're going to the other side of the kickbacks, guys. Right, let's go. Hello, everyone who's just joined us. I think there's a couple more there. Welcome. All right, so pushing up through our shoulder blades, core switched on, really squeezing through the glutes, foot up towards the sky or to the roof. Try to stay balanced between both hands and knees. Good, and rest there. back down. Take a couple of deep breaths. And we're going into our Superman rows again. Let's do it. Coming up, squeezing through the lower part of our shoulder blades. Try to keep your neck relaxed. Let the rest of the back of the body and your back do the lifting of the neck. So think about those hamstrings and glutes lifting up as well. Just nice and controlled. One more. Good. All right, come back up. All right, back to the first side. Deep breath. Let's go. Squeezing through the shoulder blades. Using the glute to lift the leg up and back down. So like I said, stop. Might be a little bit shaky on the way back down if that glute is engaged. That is totally fine. Just really focus on keeping it tight and locked in the whole way. Balance between the hands and the knee. Good. All right, back down. Deep breath. And Superman rows. Nice tight squeeze the whole way through the back of the body. Squeezing through the lower part of your shoulder blades. You can make sure you're squeezing through your pelvic floor as well. Have that switched on. Nice and controlled. We've got 10 seconds. One more. Good. Coming up to the last set. Donkey kickbacks on the second leg. Deep breath. Core switched on. Let's go. So bottom of the foot going up towards the ceiling. Hips nice and level. Push through the upper back. We don't want our shoulder blades dropping. Squeeze through the glute. 10 more seconds. Last one. Good, on the ground. Deep breath. And Superman rows. Last 30 seconds and we'll rest. So squeezing through the whole part of the body, engage it all up. Come up nice and high. Squeezing through the lower part of our shoulder blades. 5 seconds, let's get 2 more out. Last one. And rest. Well done, guys. Grab a sip of water. That's our first set done. Good warm-up one. But also very effective movements. All right, let's roll those shoulders back. Take a couple of deep breaths. Relax the neck. Relax the arms. All right, so second set, same setup, 30 seconds on, 10 seconds to rest or move to the next exercise. The 2 exercises we've got, I'm going to hold weights. You don't have to hold weights. I'm just going to do a nice slow lunge. So feet hip width apart, dropping that back knee down, and then coming back up a little bit quicker. Really drive through that back foot to come up, squeezing the glute, and up. So we want about 3 seconds on the way down, and then driving back up. I'm going to hold weights up here, helps me stay up a little bit straighter. You can do that too, or just keep your hands up there because you don't want to be leaning over with our lunge. So we're going to do one leg, and then we're going to do a deadlift, more of a sort of a stiff-legged deadlift, so not too much of a bend through the knees. Want to really feel it through the back of our legs. Nice straight back, coming up into a curl. If you don't have weights, that is not a problem at all. Just nice straight hands. Otherwise, you can grab a couple of drink bottles or some cans out of the pantry. As we're coming back up, squeeze your glutes, push your feet through the ground. Use the glutes to push the hips forward so you stay up nice and tall. It's all coming from here and driving through the ground. All right, let's get started with those lunges. Pick a side. Let's go. So dropping down in 3 and then coming up a little bit quicker. Keep it nice control. Core muscles really switched on. Driving through that back foot and back glute as you're coming back up. 10 more seconds. Get one more out. Good, and coming back up. Shake the legs out, going into our deadlifts. So just think about all lower body on this, nice flat back though. Right, going down, get that stretch through the back, squeeze the glutes and come back up. Whoop, and curl. Down. Squeeze the glutes, come up and curl. So nice controlled. Really squeezing the glutes. Come back up a little bit quicker and add that curling at the top. Last one. Good. All right, other side for the lunges. If you can remember which side, pretty sure this is right. All right, feet hip width apart, core on, let's go. So slow on the way down, drive through on the way back up. Lunges are a brilliant exercise for the glutes and the quads. And it's a good way to see how strong the core is too, actually. Keep that nice and tight, particularly if you're holding weights. The last one, and back up. We're going to shake the legs out. Going into our deadlift and curl. Really feel that stretch to the back of the legs. Let's go. Down, driving forward and curl. Making sure your hips are nice and straight at the top. They're not still bent at all. We want to be nice and tall at the top. Got 10 seconds. Now, even if you don't have any weights for this one, and you feel a bit of a stretch through the hamstrings, you might still be a little bit sore tomorrow. Just keep that in mind. Cool, all right, back to lunges, to the first leg. Nice deep breath, hands up, let's go. Slow the way down, driving through, come back up. Really push that back foot in through the ground, squeeze the glute. Stay nice and balanced on the front leg. Core switched on. It's really good, guys. Doing really, really well. It's really controlled the way down. I like that. Exactly what we want. Well done. And rest. Shake the legs out. Going into the deadlifts. Nice deep breath. Let's go. Slight bend in the leg, the knees. Coming back up and curl. Just squeezing the shoulder blades back just a little bit. We don't want them dropping forward with our arms. The back needs to still be engaged slightly, but the movement's coming from the hips. One more. Good. All right, last side. Which side? That one. All right, feet hip width apart. Going down nice and slowly. And drive up. Good. Really good drives, guys. Staying up nice and tall with the core switched on. So knees shouldn't touch the ground, but almost touch the ground. Sometimes it might have, and that's fine. Do one more. Good. Shake it out. Going into our deadlift for the last time, we have a sip of water. Nice deep breath. Let's go. And up and curl. I keep forgetting my curls. And that's the most important part, isn't it? Working biceps. Especially now that summer's coming. Good. Squeeze the glutes as you're coming back up. Deep breaths. Woo. Push your feet in through the ground. And be nice and stable. This is the last one. And rest there. Grab a sip of water. Where's my drink bottle there? All right, how are we feeling, guys? We've done 2 sets. We've got 2 more sets left. Good, good. Excellent, thank you. Good. Seeing lots of thumbs up. That's what we want. Good, good, good. All right, let's shake those legs out. Whew, it's turning into a dance. I need another ABC, don't I? All right, the next 2 exercises we're going to do. Feet. The last couple of sessions I've done, I've talked a little bit about this. With a squat, your feet, it depends on the person where it's positioned. Ideally, sort of about hip width apart. It depends on how long the bones are in your legs. Depends on how your hips are positioned. A bit of hip bone history, like with muscles and injuries and things like that. So don't be too concerned if your squats look different to mine or to somebody else's, but do what's comfortable for you. It's always a good idea if you are a bit concerned, go to a physio and get them to check it out as well. Just make sure that everything is balanced and you're not going to be unbalancing or tightening particular muscles. We're going to have hands up in front again, so it's nice and upright, core switched on, squatting down. Think about glutes between the heels, and then we're going to press up nice and tall as we come up. So these are squat thrusters, like that. We're going to really squeeze in through the shoulder blades. Don't let the shoulders drop forward, they need to be nice and tight back. And having that core engaged can really help that too. The second exercise we're going to do, I like the slow skaters. So we're going to just step back, so just a cross back step, and we're going to fly with it. So sideways it looks like this. So we're not bending right over, but we want to get that movement where we can open up our arms and focus on that lower part of our shoulder blade again, where we were trying to work with the Superman pose. So when you do a row, that's where you want to work for, not up higher. We're already, most people are quite tense and tight through here. We want to work down a lot lower through the rhomboids, lower traps, and lats. All right, so roll those shoulders back. We'll get started in 10 seconds, starting with the squat thrusters. 30 seconds on, 10 seconds off, core rounds again. Nice deep breath. Hands up. Let's go. And up. So look, it's up to you. You can keep it nice and controlled. You can go faster if you're comfortable with it. Up to you what speed you want to do for this one. I'm going to go about this speed so I can still talk. We want to go a little bit lower each time. Go lower with your legs, not with your torso. So try not to hinge at the hips forward. And rest there. Going into our skater flies. Roll those shoulders back, gentle squeeze through the shoulder blades, and stepping back. I love this one. I feel a little bit like a bird flying. Well, that's my sort of picture when I'm looking at the ground and I'm flying over Earth. Sounds a bit weird, I know, but it's quite relaxing for me. Lots of squeezing there. Lower shoulder blades. Relax the upper neck and shoulders. Last one. Good, and rest. All right, roll those shoulders back. We're doing 4 sets of these. We've already done 1. Deep breath, core switched on, let's go. Squat, press up. Good, guys. So it is always a good idea to have the toes pointing slightly outwards. They don't need to be pointing forwards. Again, it does depend on the person, but usually you will have toes pointing outwards slightly. Last one. Good. Roll those shoulders back. Light squeeze through the back of the shoulder blades. Deep breath. Let's go. Nice long stretch with the legs. Lots of focus on squeezing through that lower shoulder blade. Getting your back muscles, the shoulder blades, doing the work in this one for you. And then starting to think about your legs, having a nice long stretch through that hip. A little bit of hamstring there. Last one. Good. Roll the shoulders back. Done 2 sets, we've got 2 more to go. Deep breath. And go. Another thing about your squats is depending on what type of squat you're doing, say using a barbell on your back or front squat, maybe with the ball, your position and your squat will be quite different too because you've got that centre of gravity. So when you're back at the gym or playing around with your equipment at home, pick up on that and see what's going on with your body and how it changes. Good. Rest there. Roll the shoulders back. All right, nice deep breath. All right, let's pick up our pace a little bit with this one. I'm flying a little bit quicker now. Nice long reach with the legs. I like to have a slight bend in my elbows so I can focus a bit more on my shoulders during the work, or shoulder blades rather. It's up to you what works for you best. Got 3 seconds and rest. Roll those shoulders back. Our last set, and then we will have a drink of water. All right, deep breath. Let's go. Try to get a little bit lower this time. A little bit more power coming up. Use the power from your legs and glutes to lift those arms up. Good, guys. Really good. Excellent pace. Getting lots of squats out this morning. And rest. All right, shoulders back. Last set of flies. Deep breath. Let's go. Nice long reach this time with the legs. Cross them right back. Making sure you're breathing on each one. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Weights down. Grab a sip of water. All right. That was good. Definitely feeling it through the body now. Upper body feels very worked. Lower body's feeling pretty worked. Let's work a little bit more on core. Next Saturday we're going to be doing core. I'm going to add a little bit in now. New exercise we haven't done on a Saturday session. We're going to do 3 rounds instead of 4 this time. So, if it makes sense, just follow my lead, right? All right, so we're going to be laying on our side. Elbow really needs to support that shoulder, so make sure it's right underneath. Bottom leg can be bent. If you're really comfortable, you can put them nice and straight, but I do recommend most people start with the bent knee like that, which is what I'm going to do. Hand on your hip. You're going to push through the knee and the elbow, and then we're going to do a side lift. So essentially we're doing a side plank thruster with a leg lift. Coming up, leg lift, like that. So nice controlled. We're going to do one side, then we're going to do the other side, and then we're going to do a bridge hold with a pullover. If you don't have weights, again, that's fine, just long, straight hands. So we're going to start in this position, arms up. We're going to squeeze through the glutes to go into that bridge hold, then arms back, and then back up in front and come down. Like that. All right. Nice deep breath. We will get started in 20 seconds. I've got to wait for my timer. All right, so starting with that side crunch. So we're just going to go through it actually twice through. Bit confusing there, wasn't it? Just follow my leg. All right, so top leg out, straight, bottom leg bent, elbow under the shoulder, hand on the hip, everything nice and tight, coming up, lift that leg up and back down. So core needs to be really tight for this one. Use your hip or your glutes to do that lift and hold you in that position. If you feel like your elbow might be getting away from you, bring it back in. Really important to have that supporting right underneath your shoulder. If the leg raise is a little bit too much, swapping sides guys, then just do the side thruster. Don't worry about the leg lift. All right, let's go. Other side. So if that side lift is too much, we're just going to do little lifts like this. Again, check where your shoulder is. Nice deep breath. Keep everything as tight as you can. Good. One more. Good. Rolling over for our bridges. With the pull over. Arms up in front. Deep breath. Squeeze the glutes. Push up nice and high. Pull over. And then back down. Keep your glutes engaged on the way back down as well. Deep breaths. Coming right up onto the shoulders. Really like pullovers. If you've got any issues with this one, you can just do the bridge or just do the pullover. Pullovers are a great exercise, particularly if you've got shoulder issues. Start nice and light. All right, back to the start. So the side raise with the leg. We're just doing this one more time through. Yeah, really pushing that hip up. Keep your core nice and tight. Make sure that elbow is still underneath your shoulder. Deep breaths. Last one. Good. Change sides. And check the elbows under the shoulder. Core on, coming up. Lift that leg. Squeeze through your shoulder blades. Keep it in that position. Keep your hips forward. Don't let them drop behind you. Just that elbow if you need to. Get one more out. Good. All right, grab your weights. Bridges with the pullovers. This is the last 30 seconds, and then we'll stretch. Arms up, squeeze for the glutes, pull over, come back, and hips down. Good, guys. Really squeeze through the glutes, keep the hips up. Push the feet in through the ground. You might feel it in your hamstrings and lower back a little bit as well. That's totally normal. Last one. And rest. Well done, guys. All right, while we're down here, let's stretch out our hamstrings. Take a couple of deep breaths. Good. And other side. All right, guys, feet together. Sometimes we get a little bit tight through the mid of our thighs, our adductors, particularly with the squats. It's a good idea to pop the feet together, use your elbows to press down on the inner leg or onto the knees just a little bit. Lean forward to get a little bit more of a stretch there. We'll bring the feet in a little bit closer. All right, and another very important stretch, our hip flexor stretch. They tend to get overworked a bit. So foot up, tuck your bottom under, push your knee into the ground, gently lean forward. Feel a little bit of a stretch here. So press that knee into the ground to feel it. Nice stretch over the head. Open up through the rib cage. Good. Other side. Really important to tuck that bottom under, so we're flattening through our hips. Really press that knee into the ground and gently lean forward. Feeling that stretch. Arm over the head. Deep breaths. Good. All right, rolling those shoulders back. Couple of deep breaths again. Relax the neck, just gently side to side. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really enjoyed this workout. A little bit different to what we've done in the past. It's a little bit slower. You know, I like my faster workouts, but this is really, really effective as well. You can go back and do it with something a little bit heavy, maybe in a week or two. But thank you so much for joining me. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend.